Welcome to Mythbusters Down Syndrome Edition. My name is Aaron Waddingham.
Hi, my name is Dr. Kathryn Garforth from Garforth Education.
Hi, my name is Eleanor Stewart, and I'm from the Down Syndrome Resource Foundation. I'm the Director of Education and Services. And we're here to dispel some myths about Down syndrome.
People with Down syndrome are asexual or not interested in romantic relationships.
I am interested, ladies, but not all the time.
Aaron, do you have a girlfriend right now?
Yes, I do.
It just keeps coming up, right? Thinking about historically, individuals with intellectual disabilities were never thought of in that way, right? And it was all about keeping them separate and safe. When I think of the individuals that I work with, there's a wide variety of people. You know, there's people who are very sexual and are looking for that in a partner, or looking for a boyfriend or girlfriend, or want to go on dates. But one issue that we've often seen with individuals that we work with is that, people aren't quite comfortable talking about sexual health in our bodies yet. And I think that's something that's starting to change, and we're really seeing that, where we realize that these individuals need to know that information, need to know about their bodies, need to be able to, know anatomy and know what can give them pleasure, what doesn't give them pleasure, what they can say yes to, what they can say no to, and understanding that they need that privacy. And I think you've spoken about this before, Kathryn, where a lot of our guys are being watched all the time and managed and supported. And again, that can really have an impact on an individual's sexual health if they never have alone time or never have a space where they can be alone and explore. And I think that's something that needs to be talked about more. And I think one reason, and this is, I know, challenging for parents, is that someone with an intellectual disability really needs knowledge and new concepts repeated several times, right? So that they understand it. So that can make it a bit more uncomfortable for parents, is to keep having these same conversations over and over about sex. And you're thinking about, how many times have I said this? So there's a lot there, but I would definitely disagree. I can think of a lot of individuals who are not asexual.
And the hormones are there. The Down syndrome does not affect the hormonal and physical maturity of these individuals. Yes, cognitively, they may have that immaturity or that slow rate to maturity cognitively in concepts, but it doesn't mean their body has stayed back. And they still have these desires and urges.
Yeah, they're physically developing on the same trajectory, right? Yeah.
While, yes, it may be scary as a parent or someone, we're doing a disservice to individuals with Down syndrome if we're not being open about what relationships are, what is appropriate, what's inappropriate, and how they occur. They need to have an idea of how a relationship does develop between two individuals who are interested in going that route. And, some explicit, this is what you can do in an intimate relationship. This is what you need to ask for. This is what you need response for. And I think it's especially important to do this early, because individuals with any intellectual disability or neurodiversity can very easily be taken advantage of. And we don't want these individuals to be in a position where they do have, they're raped or doing something inappropriate when it wasn't their intention, and they can be convinced not to speak out about it.
Yeah, and I agree. It needs to starts at birth, right? It starts with naming your body parts, and that's, the research shows that you're less likely to be sexually assaulted or sexually taken advantage of if you properly know the name of your body parts, and that's, that, because that shows it shows that you're knowledgeable and that it's your body. And all these conversations about consent and spaces, like what private spaces are, what public spaces are, and that's going to change for each family, right? Certain spaces are public for some families, and certain spaces aren't. You know, some, and I think that goes back to what I was saying too, right? Some individuals, you think that their bedroom is private, but maybe because mom or dad's worried, they want you to kind of keep your door open because they're worried you're, you know, they just want to make sure you're safe. And there's so many, each family is going to be different, but it goes back to this really providing them with that knowledge that they need and starting at a young age so that you're not having to reteach anything or
or come at it too late, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, we have a very sexualized culture. I shouldn't say unfortunately, but the fact is we have a very sexualized culture, and you know, you can stumble across things on YouTube and on television, and they see it and know about it and see it in, you know, on the bus or at school or with friends, and they hear about it, right? So it's very important that we give them the appropriate language and expectations on what happens and who and when and how it's appropriate.